As the first light of dawn filters through the curtains, millions of individuals over 60 engage in seemingly harmless rituals, pouring familiar beverages that promise comfort, energy, or a healthy start. Yet, beneath this comforting routine, a silent threat may be brewing, one intricately linked to the very liquids chosen to begin the day. While high blood pressure, cholesterol imbalances, and genetic predispositions rightfully occupy significant attention in stroke prevention dialogues, the crucial impact of morning hydration habits remains dangerously overlooked. Medical professionals are increasingly sounding the alarm. What you consume in those critical first waking moments can act as a potent trigger, setting off a cascade of physiological events: blood clotting, dangerous blood pressure spikes, and restricted oxygen delivery to the delicate brain tissue, effectively creating the perfect internal storm for a devastating stroke. The profound danger lies in the deceptive normalcy of these habits. Drinks perceived as refreshing, healthy, or simply routine can, in fact, pose significant and specific risks to an aging cardiovascular system, risks that accumulate silently with each passing morning. This understanding necessitates a deep dive into the 5 most prevalent morning beverage choices, meticulously examining their hidden dangers or potential life-saving benefits, their direct biochemical interactions with your brain and blood vessels, and the concrete steps you can take to radically reshape your stroke risk profile, starting with tomorrow's sunrise. Consider the seemingly innocuous allure of sweetened iced coffee, often embraced as a refreshing and gentle wake-up call, particularly on warmer mornings. Its appeal is undeniable: cool, caffeinated, and satisfyingly sweet. However, this popular choice transforms into a significant stroke risk when laden with flavored syrups, generous pours of cream, or pre-mixed commercial blends specifically targeted towards convenience-seeking consumers. Many seniors gravitate towards these versions, mistakenly believing the sugar provides a manageable energy lift. The biological reality is starkly different. The potent combination of refined sugar and caffeine initiates a rapid, damaging sequence within the aging body. Blood sugar levels surge dramatically, prompting an immediate inflammatory response and causing blood vessels to constrict, narrowing the vital pathways for blood flow. Compelling scientific evidence demonstrates that the sugar-caffeine duo actively thickens blood plasma viscosity, making it sludgier and significantly harder for the heart to pump, while concurrently forcing a sharp, acute rise in blood pressure. This double assault is most perilous in the early hours, when the body is naturally transitioning from rest to activity, placing immense strain on the heart as it struggles against thickened blood and constricted vessels. This environment dramatically increases the likelihood of microscopic clot formation, the very genesis of an ischemic stroke. Adding an often unrecognized layer of danger are the hidden sodium levels lurking within many flavored creamers and commercial mixes. This excess salt further burdens the cardiovascular system, promoting fluid retention and escalating blood pressure even higher. For those dedicated to their morning iced coffee ritual, a crucial pivot involves meticulous preparation. Opt for unsweetened cold brew as the base, avoiding pre-sweetened or pre-mixed products entirely. Enhance it minimally, perhaps with a modest splash of unsweetened almond milk or oat milk. Resist the allure of coffee shop concoctions laden with syrups and whipped toppings. While this shift might appear minor, the cumulative effect on arterial health is profound. The post-60 imperative is to actively combat systemic inflammation and maintain the elasticity and dilation of blood vessels. Sugary, creamy iced coffee aggressively undermines both goals, stiffening arteries and promoting inflammation. Embracing this smarter switch is a direct investment in vascular resilience.
Similarly deceptive is the pervasive belief in the inherent healthfulness of packaged fruit juice, frequently poured straight from bottles, cartons, or convenient boxes. Marketed with images of sun-ripened fruit and promises of vitamins, these beverages present a dangerous illusion, particularly for seniors vigilant about stroke risk. The fundamental problem lies in the processing. Virtually all commercially packaged juices, even those prominently labeled 100% pure or not from concentrate, undergo a process that strips away the essential fiber naturally present in whole fruit. What remains is a highly concentrated solution of fruit sugars, primarily fructose and glucose, often further amplified by undisclosed added sugars or sweeteners. Consuming this liquid sugar bomb on an empty stomach first thing in the morning is akin to flooding the bloodstream. The absence of fiber means these sugars are absorbed with alarming speed, causing a rapid and pronounced glucose surge. This sudden influx triggers an immediate inflammatory cascade and forces the body to mount a significant blood pressure response to manage the osmotic load and deliver the sugar flood to cells. This acute pressure spike places enormous stress on the cardiovascular system, rendering arteries temporarily less flexible and more vulnerable to microscopic damage. Over repeated mornings, this cycle of sugar-induced pressure surges contributes to chronic arterial stiffening and endothelial dysfunction, significantly increasing susceptibility to rupture, hemorrhagic stroke, or atherosclerotic plaque rupture, leading to blockage, ischemic stroke. Common staples like orange juice, apple juice, and grape juice are prime offenders. While they may offer some vitamin C or potassium, the metabolic cost of their sugar concentration, delivered without the modulating effect of fiber, far outweighs any micronutrient benefit. The brain requires a steady, sustained release of energy from complex carbohydrates, not a destabilizing tsunami of simple sugars. A profoundly healthier alternative involves blending whole fruits, including the fiber-rich pulp and skin where possible, with water or unsweetened plant milk to create a smoothie. Incorporating chia seeds or flax seeds adds valuable omega-3 fatty acids and even more fiber, further slowing sugar absorption and promoting satiety. The ultimate, simplest solution is to consume the whole fruit itself. An orange, an apple, or a handful of berries provides vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and crucial fiber, delivering energy in a form the aging body can manage effectively. Transitioning from processed, fiber-depleted juice to whole fruit hydration or consumption actively protects blood vessel integrity, reduces chronic inflammation, and ensures the brain receives the consistent oxygen supply it needs for optimal cognitive function and stroke prevention.
Integrating health monitoring into daily life becomes paramount when understanding these risks. For individuals navigating these crucial choices after 60, leveraging technology like the Senior Health Tracker app offers a powerful layer of protection and personalized guidance. This specialized tool bridges the gap between infrequent doctor visits, providing continuous, actionable insights directly related to stroke prevention. It allows users to meticulously log their morning beverage intake and overall hydration patterns, track daily blood pressure readings to identify dangerous trends or spikes linked to specific drinks, and monitor other vital heart health metrics. The app goes beyond simple tracking. It delivers intelligent, personalized reminders tailored to individual needs, perhaps prompting that essential first glass of water upon waking, alerting when sodium intake from a favorite creamer might be creeping too high, or suggesting healthier alternatives based on logged preferences. It incorporates stroke prevention guidance directly vetted and approved by leading cardiologists and neurologists, transforming complex medical advice into practical, daily actions. Consider the alarming reality. Every single minute, a senior suffers a stroke, frequently stemming from seemingly minor ingrained habits like chronic underhydration or consistently choosing the wrong morning beverage. These silent risks accumulate unnoticed until a catastrophic event occurs. The Senior Health Tracker app is designed specifically to illuminate these hidden dangers, empowering users with knowledge and tools to make proactive changes. Currently, a unique opportunity exists for lifetime access, but availability is intentionally limited to ensure quality support for early adopters. Once this initial offering concludes, access will revert to standard subscription models. Therefore, if the opportunity to secure this vital resource is visible, immediate action is strongly encouraged. Tapping the link, installing the Senior Health Tracker app, and beginning to input daily routines represents a decisive step towards safeguarding heart and brain health, starting with the very next morning's choices. Perhaps surprisingly, energy drinks and sports drinks, often associated with youthful vigor, are increasingly finding their way into the morning routines of some seniors seeking a quick energy boost or perceived hydration advantage. This trend is deeply concerning from a stroke prevention perspective. Marketed aggressively with promises of enhanced focus, performance, and rapid hydration, these beverages are fundamentally mismatched to the physiological needs of an aging body. Energy drinks typically contain dangerously high levels of caffeine, often equivalent to several cups of coffee in a single serving, combined with significant amounts of sugar or artificial sweeteners, carrying the risks previously outlined, and frequently include additional stimulants like guarana, a natural source of caffeine, or taurine. For a senior cardiovascular system, this potent cocktail can trigger a perilous surge in heart rate, tachycardia, induce irregular heart rhythms, or arrhythmias, and cause sudden severe elevations in blood pressure. These acute effects place immense strain on the heart and can destabilize atherosclerotic plaque or provoke a cardiovascular event in susceptible individuals. Sports drinks, while sometimes lower in caffeine, are often loaded with sodium, sometimes exceeding 10% of the recommended daily intake in one serving, and artificial colorings or flavorings. The high sodium content is particularly problematic, counteracting any hydration benefit by promoting fluid retention and increasing blood volume, thereby elevating blood pressure, a primary stroke risk factor. For individuals over 60, the combination of stimulants, excessive sodium, and often hidden sugars found in these commercial beverages can lead to chronic dehydration due to their diuretic effects and contribute to persistently poor circulation. The brain's function is utterly dependent on a consistent, unimpeded flow of oxygen-rich blood. Energy drinks actively disrupt this vital balance. Instead of delivering sustained vitality, they frequently result in unpleasant jitters, anxiety, dehydration, and crucially, create an internal environment significantly more conducive to the formation of blood clots due to the combined effects of stimulant-induced vasoconstriction, dehydration, and stress hormones. Seeking morning energy should focus on gentler physiological methods. Warm lemon water, perhaps enhanced with a tiny pinch of Himalayan salt for natural electrolyte balance, offers hydration and aids digestion without shocking the system. Herbal teas like ginger or ginseng, used cautiously and with medical consultation if on medications, can provide a subtle lift. It is vital to recognize that these brightly labeled commercial concoctions were engineered for intense, short-term athletic performance in younger demographics. They are fundamentally incompatible with the requirements of a senior physiology, especially one focused on preserving cerebrovascular health. Prioritizing brain protection means unequivocally eliminating energy drinks from the morning equation.
However, the single most pervasive and potentially catastrophic morning mistake observed among seniors involves not what they drink, but what they neglect to drink: plain water. This critical error occurs before any other liquid touches their lips. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, a period devoid of fluid intake, the body enters a state of significant physiological dehydration. Blood plasma volume decreases, causing the blood itself to thicken and become more viscous. Brain cells, highly sensitive to fluid balance, are literally shrinking slightly, craving hydration. The heart muscle must labor much harder to force this thickened, sluggish blood through vessels that have naturally narrowed somewhat overnight due to the body's circadian rhythms and the dehydrating environment. Skipping water upon waking is comparable to starting a complex engine without adequate oil. The friction and strain inevitably lead to damage. For seniors over 60, this oversight is exponentially more dangerous due to the age-related blunting of the thirst sensation. Many simply do not feel powerfully thirsty upon waking, misinterpreting this diminished signal as a lack of need. Yet the body's requirement for rehydration is acute and undeniable. This one seemingly simple omission, failing to replenish lost fluids first thing, can triple the immediate risk of intravascular clot formation. Thickened, slow-moving blood is the perfect medium for platelets to aggregate and fibrin strands to form clots. Simultaneously, the reduced blood volume and viscosity directly translate to diminished oxygen delivery to the brain, creating ischemic conditions ripe for a stroke. Seniors are uniquely vulnerable to this cascade precisely because they feel thirst less acutely, even as their body's ability to conserve water and regulate fluid balance also declines. The corrective action is profoundly simple yet immensely powerful. Before consuming coffee, tea, juice, or anything else, deliberately drink one full 8-ounce glass of plain, room-temperature water. Ice water can sometimes cause vasospasm in sensitive individuals, so tepid is ideal. No additives are necessary. The goal is pure, rapid rehydration. This single consistent habit acts like internal lubrication. It rapidly replenishes plasma volume, thinning the blood back to a safer viscosity. It kickstarts circulation, flushing out metabolic waste products accumulated overnight. And it helps dilate blood vessels, reducing the workload on the heart and ensuring optimal blood flow to the brain and other vital organs. It provides the fundamental resource the brain and cardiovascular system desperately need to function safely after the nightly fast. Out of all the adjustments discussed, incorporating this one practice, prioritizing water before all else, demonstrably offers the most significant and immediate reduction in morning stroke risk, representing a foundational habit upon which all other healthy choices can be built. This comprehensive exploration underscores a vital paradigm shift. Safeguarding against stroke after 60 demands meticulous attention not only to solid foods and medications, but critically to the liquids consumed during the pivotal first hour of the day. The choices detailed, from the sugary deception of iced coffee and fruit juice, through the hidden perils of artificial sweeteners and diet drinks, and the dangerous stimulant cocktails and energy beverages, down to the fundamental error of neglecting water, each carry measurable, often immediate consequences for blood viscosity, vessel integrity, blood pressure stability, and ultimately brain oxygen supply. The cumulative impact of these silent morning habits can insidiously elevate stroke risk over months and years, or conversely, the consistent implementation of smarter alternatives can actively fortify the cardiovascular system against such events. The empowering truth is that agency lies directly within daily practice. Replacing a store-bought sweetened iced coffee with homemade unsweetened cold brew, swapping fiber-stripped juice for whole fruit or fiber-enriched smoothies, choosing sparkling water over diet soda, eliminating dangerous energy drinks entirely, and crucially, making room-temperature water the absolute first ingestible act of the day. These are not monumental life overhauls, but manageable, concrete adjustments. Each positive substitution directly combats inflammation, promotes healthy blood flow, reduces clotting propensity, and supports stable blood pressure, thereby systematically dismantling the physiological conditions that foster stroke. Proactive prevention, initiated through these informed beverage choices, is infinitely more effective and desirable than attempting recovery after a devastating neurological injury. Sharing this critical knowledge empowers others within the senior community to make similarly protective changes, potentially altering countless health trajectories. Utilizing supportive tools like the Senior Health Tracker app provides personalized structure, reminders, and expert-backed insights, turning intention into consistent, life-sustaining action. Ultimately, the liquid chosen in those first quiet moments of the morning transcends mere refreshment. It becomes a decisive vote for cerebrovascular health. By consciously selecting beverages that hydrate without harm, nourish without inflaming, and energize without destabilizing, seniors can actively dilute their stroke risk and ensure that each new day begins on a foundation of genuine, enduring vitality. The commitment starts not with a grand gesture, but with the deliberate, life-affirming act of reaching for the right glass filled with the right substance as the dawn breaks.